So, listen to this. The scenes at the 2013 Ballon d'Or ceremony were some of the most tense I've ever seen. With Bailey himself up there with the envelope, he pulled out a card with Ribery suspenseful, smiling in the crowd, and then Cristiano Ronaldo. Ribery's smile was gone in a second. He was 31 at the time. He knew he'd never get back there. All that he had to say about it was, this Ballon d'Or, it was as if it was stolen from me. It's incomprehensible. I won every trophy. I couldn't have done more. It was an injustice. That day became another scar for me, a deep scar. All the French said Cristiano should win. Did the Portuguese want it to be Ribery or Messi? Of course not. Not even my own country took my side. They all said I was a problem, even my own parents. And that's the thing a lot of people who were on the outside looking in didn't understand about that day. Once deemed by the man himself to be the new Zidane, things didn't turn out quite like that. Ribery became France's bastard son, their ugly duckling. The French had turned their backs on him long before that day. Look, first of all, let's address the obvious. It was never easy to be Ribery. We all know the story. At 2 years old, his family's car crashed into a truck. He was sent flying through the windshield. Once they found him, he had 2 massive cuts across his face. It took over 100 stitches to piece him back together, and he was left disfigured for life. After that, growing up in a rough neighborhood, he was ostracized even amongst the already marginalized. In his own words, people would walk by me and say, "He's so ugly." Everyone stared at me, even the adults. Everywhere he went, he was outcasted. Even football, which has been an escape to many, ended up turning its back on him. At 16, after 3 years in Lille's football academy, they kicked him out, not because he wasn't good enough. His own coaches claimed that already back then, he saw everything 3 times faster than the others. People think that he's dumb, but that's what's actually pure stupidity. He is anything but dumb. On the pitch, he has all the problems worked out while others are still pondering. Even a street lamp could have seen that Frank was a very good player, but you had to watch him like a boiling pot. He was always fighting. He had the temperament of a stray cat. Add to that mean streak the fact he was also incredibly short and a disaster in school, and once he got injured, he was out. A year later, he was playing for his hometown Ballon in the 4th tier, getting paid €150 a month, and converting to Islam, as the Muslim community in his neighborhood were the only ones to ever accept him. By the end of that 2nd year, with Ballon having been promoted and now going down again, he somehow managed to convince 3rd tier Alès to sign him, but if €150 weren't paying the bills, then with the club about to declare bankruptcy and missing payment after payment, he was out of there already. And so, at 21 years old, while Robin was about to sign for